We here, huh, Sue?
We here.
That's what she said. She's like, you need to look up, because we here already, you know? Shout out to my barbers and shout out to all my stylists. We are Beards and Baldheads, your host, Fat Lace. I got the soul survivor Barry to the right of me. Almost that time, summertime, B.
Yeah.
Yo, for real, B. I was before we get into summertime, we gotta say peace to woman who stays summertime fine. We got Soup on the other side, hold it down. You like that one, Soup? She stays summertime fine. Y'all know about that summertime fine. What they got them? What they be wearing?
Sundress.
The sundresses. Shout out to y'all wearing them sundresses, them skirts, yeah. them shorts, them all them showing them thighs, showing them calves, showing them legs, even the leggings. We like all of it. Peace to Miss Willis on checking. Peace to everybody on the check who's checking in early. Let us know that you watch it tonight, you know? B, yeah, summertime. Shit.
Yeah, graduations, all the
graduations
coming up,
the
all
prom.
Proms just finished up. The 8th grade dances are going on now.
Peace to Coach Dudley on the check-in.
Yeah.
I'm looking a little hood tonight, y'all. Forgive me. When I'm with the Soul Survivor, because I had the jacket, and then I had to throw the joint on. Summertime, them cookouts, though, summertime.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Can't wait for the barbecues.
Them barbecues, B. I saw something saying, what it was talking about. It was saying, it was talking about, don't invite me to your cookout if you gonna hide the steak and the fish.
Uh-oh. Yeah. You know how they like to hold the fish to the end of the night?
Mm-hmm.
I always notice that the fish is the last thing they bring out.
Why is that?
Unless it's a fish fry. Because they know it's going to go fast. Word. Now, the fish fry is just what it is.
No doubt.
But if it's not, the fish is usually after you've eaten probably already.
So they put the burgers and dogs out there for fillers?
You know the line. You know when that fish come out. So somebody get fish. Here come the line. So you got to have a lot of fish.
No doubt.
That's why people do at the end, because they know it's going to run out.
No doubt. No doubt. B, I've been honored to be at some of your shindigs with the family, and they're alive.
They're definitely been at yours
as
well.
Crab boils and
good. Fish fries.
Yes,
at Unc's crib. And,
yes,
the live performances at your parents' crib.
Oh man,
yeah, those are some good times.
Those were some good times.
Mm-hmm.
Those some good times. You know, and we had our own times putting on for the community.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Cedar Brook Park.
Yes, indeed.
Campbell.
And you had the kiss the cook, kiss the
man.
chef. You know what I'm saying? Be always hold it down on the grill.
True love, rep it.
Yes. Peace.
Free of charge.
Free of charge.
Fed the city.
Fed the city. But some of the funny things that used to go on. Peace to Mo. Peace to the whole Mills family. Peace to Flip. What's Flip's last name? Anderson.
Yeah.
Rajon Anderson. Peace to his family.
Yeah.
And everybody who was a part of that movement. It used to be funny because we used to have Peace to Jazz on the check and my boy Jazz Walker. We used to have like special food. Remote like, nah, Jay, this for us. The turkey chops,
yeah. You know you got a limited supply.
Yo, the limit.
You gotta give it to the host.
I remember having 2 pans of curry chicken or jerk chicken. She was like, nah, man, they only get one. They get one. This is coming home with us or the after effects. So, nah, it's a big deal when it comes to those cookouts.
That was good times too.
Definitely good times. Also, that's good times. B, I was watching this other thing, looking at on these internet streets how I be, and it reminded me this one thing. What was the one I was looking at? Was it this one? We spoke about this before, right? It says the bottle service era is over.
Wow.
What killed the club scene? B, we used to hang out, say the mid 2000s, early 2000s, and we used to be at the clubs, the local clubs in Plainfield, New York, wherever. Can we still say Diddy bopping?
I guess so.
Can we? Because that wasn't just Diddy. You know.
That came out before. Huh?
Yeah. So like we was Diddy bopping like busting moves over here and over there, and we remember the time before this bottle service ever. Remember the time that we were just at bars, having fun. Remember the time we were the bar. We didn't even call bars lounges. I think people started feeling like sexy when they started saying, "I'm at a lounge." Like, it's just a bar with couches.
Basically,
Yeah.
you said a lounge, you knew it was places to sit.
Yeah.
Because back then a lot of clubs were standing room only.
Mm-hmm.
You might have had a small section to sit down, but most clubs back then you didn't sit down.
Do they need to get rid of all chairs or all these sections? Because the people are not interacting and mingling like they used to. And I think sections are an issue. The force of, I think people are going to drink regardless. Is bottle service pushed more maybe because they don't want to pay the bartenders as much? I'm not sure.
No, I mean, I think the bottle service was all about look at me.
No doubt.
We were buying bottles back then, but we just go to the bar or the bartender just put it on the table and walk off.
Yeah.
It wasn't like sparkles in the sky and all of that. Nah. I remember when we was going to 4040 Club, there was no bottle service. But you had a minimum to buy. I think you had to buy like either one or two if you wanted the booth.
You're right. You had to have a minimal amount of bottles, but it wasn't a thing.
No, it wasn't a thing. It was a thing to be in the booth.
That was a thing.
No, just to be in the booth at the 40.
No doubt.
Because you never knew who was going to be sitting next to.
No,
really.
And Hov and them would be there.
Yeah, he was there one night we was there.
I remember seeing Hov and B.
Not too far from us in one of the booths.
No doubt.
So then, they had the VIP rooms upstairs, like living rooms. So, yeah, I mean, that alone was like, look at me. But bottle service, I can remember when that started. I was just like, they did that for your birthday, I remember.
Yeah.
We had a birthday at the restaurant. They would come with your sparkling cake or something.
And it might be some champagne or something. Like something light. Yeah. It didn't have to be what it turned into.
But it got the bottle girls a job. I ain't mad at that.
They did. They
made some money.
And they were sometimes nice to look at.
They better have been. you bringing my drink. And
sometimes
that just cost me about $300-400 for a bottle. I could have bought for $120.
True indeed.
Yeah, I'm feeling some type of way. I need to be introduced by somebody nice that night.
True
as far
indeed.
as the bottle service goes.
They were some good times. It's cool sometimes to pour, but now I found myself turning into a bartender. Yeah, at a function where I'm trying to host.
Yeah, I never was big on the buying a lot of liquor in the club.
Yeah, man. I like BYOB spots. I like chill joints. I like it like that. You know what I used to like? I liked it back in this era, back when I had my hair. I'm sorry, looking on Uncle Phyllis DMX's mugshot. But back in them days right here, B.
That's the pyramid.
Just
and
that.
Stairs.
Whoo! Shout out to the barbers and stylists. Shout out to those who was getting it right since back then.
I guess they both agree. One was a Gumby, I should say, not a pyramid.
Yeah, one is that Gumby with the part.
Gumby with the part.
And they got the stairs with the part like, back then.
That's the D Nice.
Ooh, that's what y'all called it, the D Nice. D Nice did have it, because he ain't have it super high. If y'all look in the background, you got Kid and Play said win a trip for 2 for the house party 2 premiere. I don't know if it was real or not, but I remember having that spray.
Wow.
And you would put them sprays in your hair.
High five.
Yo, high five.
Wow.
Which one is that? Is that hard to get? They playing hard to get? What song High Five had?
Yeah, that's it.
They playing hard to get? Y'all know about that on the second. Yeah. Man, so this house party time, though. We talked about this before. But, summertime, we're going to have cookouts. Bottle service is dead, y'all. This ain't the time. Do we let people back in our house? Do we have these house parties now? Are we too old for it?
I think people, we don't really call it like a house party. We probably people just get together.
No doubt.
I know the word kickback came out some years back.
I like that.
We just kicking back. I guess that was the whole reason for it. But a full-blown house party, I haven't been to one of them in years.
Damn, can somebody have one? Do you have to rent an Airbnb to have one? I think that'll be a fly thing to have, B.
Like really with dancing and everything?
All that.
Nah, it's been a minute.
All that. Like slow.
It's been a long time.
Can somebody out there, all y'all smart promoters and all that stuff, have a house party? Rent that Airbnb. Make it fly. Make it dope. Put the strobe lights up in that thing. Maybe we gotta do it, baby.
Remember the pajama jammy jam?
The pajama jammy jam. I never been to an official dope pajama jammy jam myself.
I've been to one in college. We had one.
Damn, all the ones I went to was unsuccessful.
Oh yeah.
We had like the one girl who didn't mind wearing lingerie.
Oh no.
And another girl.
It wasn't so much the lingerie. Of course, they did wear some, but it was just like any kind of like sleepwear.
Yeah, I never been to a successful.
So
one.
it gave women a lot of range of where they what they could wear. Like most of them wore stuff. They look like they was going to sleep, but then some of them, wanted to show the negligees and a couple of lingeries. They had robes on because you don't want to walk around cheeks out. But some of them will have their robes on, but you can still see pretty much everything.
I wish the ones now wouldn't mind. What is going on?
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know now if you could get that off these days. People are a lot more. I don't know. I guess to say cautious about stepping out like that.
I don't know. Peace to Toya on the check. It Toya real dope on Saturday. Hopefully I can see you tomorrow. Put that recap going. Shout out my girl Toya. I'm just like I wonder because now like women are more. Sexually, what is it? Liberated? Is that the word?
No, I think you could definitely do it, but I think you have to. I don't know if it would be like one you could have without it being like invites. Like they have.
I think it has to be an invite only.
I think so.
It has to be like bring your lady.
Like, or everybody and somebody know everybody. And something like
you have to be comfortable.
Yeah,
in that type of environment. And not saying that you want them in the lingerie. It could be just pajamas, but. Half the women now that I'm seeing online, they wearing lingerie out to the club anyway. It's not like back in the day.
I mean, yeah. I said I don't think it would be a problem getting them to. I think women will participate faster than the dudes as far as wearing something to sleep in. Like
no doubt,
I could see them guys probably coming wearing sweatpants.
And
basketball shorts.
Yo.
Like, nah, yo.
This ain't the move.
Nah.
But I sleep in this,
Of course that's what we do. But nah, bro, you gotta get you some pajamas.
You got pajama pants is now B. You have the pajama joint. You know what I'm saying? I mean tell everybody the best, but B got the dopest pajama Christmas Eve joint. I've been happy to be a part of it and all that. Yo, B, so speaking of like what people wear, right? My piece to Vic Webb on the check-in, we all grew up in households that are a little different. Our parents, everybody's unique on how they wear. Mm-hmm. For some reason, my parents, I ain't gonna say they knew this, right? But anybody who really has been in my house, my mom will walk around with a t-shirt like mine and her drawers on. Just normal. I grew up like that. Mm. My dad would just have his boxers on. You would swear they like having sex every 5 minutes or something. Not that they're doing it, but this is just normal. They like, this is my house. This is how we walk around. Yeah. It's a normal thing. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't seem abnormal until I got company at the house. Right. And I'm like 17, 21, and people just like, is that your dad with his shirt off and his drawers? And I'm like, it's 11 o'clock, and I'm like, damn, it's normal for me. And I ain't telling them, I got guy or girl. It just, you don't want nobody looking at your parents with their drawers on. And they just walking around, getting some soda from the fridge. I'm looking at this birthday party, right? Mm-hmm. And they said, the mother is a Spider-Man birthday party. Mm-hmm. Got the kid in his drawers, got his Spider-Man, and his mom got her Spider-Man, Spider-Woman costume on, right here. Now, I'm used to seeing my mom like that. Now, I ain't looking at my mom like I'm looking at her. Right. Like she's a symbol, like she had sex appeal. That's just mommy.
I mean, I understand people. I understand, but at the same time, I don't. Mm-hmm. Because if she, let's say for instance, there's water close by.
Okay.
Isn't she dressed in like a bathing suit?
She is.
So what's the problem?
What? Because this could have been.
And he looked like, I know he got those probably draws, but they look like could be
They
swimming
could be
trunks.
swim trunks. They could be easily going outside to the pool.
A pool, yes.
And they didn't say all that. And this is why I had to thank you, B, giving that extra lens. This could definitely just be they're going to the pool.
I mean, I understand people say, oh, well, she got on heels. I've seen women wear heels to the pool.
They have.
And I mean, they take them off and get in the water, but I've seen them wear heels to the pool.
So how tough is it when...
But it's not her fault. She looked good.
Yo, that part.
I mean, what you want from her?
That part. It's like, all right, okay, let's say she's super overweight or super skinny.
I got another question real quick before you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
in. What kind of Spider-Man costume is not going to be tight?
Because Spider-Man is tight on
I'm
himself.
trying to figure out.
On himself, Spider-Man is tight.
You would prefer her wear a whole real Spider-Man suit?
Yeah.
The mask and everything?
And now if she curvaceous, you're going to see her curves popping off that Spider-Man.
I mean, like I said, it looks like she could be going to some water.
She
some beach or
easily
whatever.
could be. She easily could be. And just took a quick pic with her son.
And her Spider-Man costume.
With the Spider-Man costume.
The matches theme. Obviously, that's the theme of whatever they doing.
They could be in Texas, ready to go back outside in the pool, Cali, somewhere with some warm weather.
It looks to me, like I don't think she's walking around the streets like that. Pretty sure it's some water or something.
Man, it's a damn shame.
You know.
Damn shame how they make it look. And how they, oh, man.
I mean, I see a lot of stuff like that where they bait you.
They do.
They bait you into it because there's no context behind it.
It's none. And I'm like, it has to be something behind it.
So you're just looking at this sexy woman like you know, you grew up like my mom would never. Well, maybe you don't know. I see pictures of my mom with some bikinis on.
Yo, my mom was in Bahamas. That's when I stayed with my nana for a long time.
I'm pretty sure that baby suit my mom had on was considered risque at the moment.
At the time.
So, nah, man. I don't. I've seen a lot worse. That's all I'm saying. I've seen a lot worse than that.
Absolutely. So yo, it's other things that's going on out here, man. It's crazy. We got a crazy delay with Facebook right now. They still on the bottle service. We talking. With our parents, some stuff that they do we don't talk about. Mm-hmm. I never really hear my parents talked about sex. Never really until I stole condoms from my dad, and that's a whole nother story. And I have to admit that I stole them, but that's one thing here and there. B, as many years as we've been friends, we probably can count on one hand how many times we talked about a partner, not just episodes of, we're good wholesome guys. Let's make sure we say that. A partner and having sex with them.
Right, no.
It's not like a normal thing for us.
Not for us.
Not for us. It's not a normal thing, especially somebody that we dealing with.
Yeah, no.
Like that. We're not just, yo, man,
when we were young, to an extent.
To an extent.
Never nothing graphic, I don't think.
Because.
Not me. I mean, I know some people that are.
Me too.
But,
So now I'm looking at this right here, and it's talking about my husband tells his friends I'm great in bed. I hate it.
She should hate it. He should hate it too.
He don't. Why are these people out here just talking about everything?
Advertising your wife. For what? Well, people, I'm sure. I mean, you don't want nobody. You don't want that thought in nobody's head. You don't want to put that. That's what happens. People get in trouble.
And I'm like, yo, what are we doing out here?
I mean, I like you said, I've heard women do it more than men as far as talk about their sex capades, but I think men seem to be more guarded if it's somebody they like. I think if it's somebody they like, they might. Maybe if it was somebody they really don't know like that, maybe it would have been they were on vacation and they might tell you something.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't
something
understand.
like that, but
I don't understand why we talking about.
She said her husband. That's crazy.
Her husband.
Yeah, not no guy you just met and it happened to just tell your girls about some adventure, or tell your guy about an adventure you had. But now this is somebody you cherish and love and you advertise.
What's the foul part of you cherish and love? What can happen? I just watched this movie the other day. It was called Love and Lies. And in that movie, I would shout the people out, but they said don't talk about the movie I'm in. They don't like that movie. So I'm not going to shout. But, yo, it was Jersey actors, independent film. So I'm going to say, yo, go check that movie out, Love and Lies. And in the movie, the main character, the women liked the women was into him.
Yeah.
He was having sex with a lot of these women, and some of it was the best friends. And I'm like, I wonder if the best friends and the close friends, and he had other women. I wonder if the best friends were attracted because the wife said, "My husband, when he does this and when he did that, like you're advertising a good time to your friend.
Yeah.
Shouldn't do that. There's some snakes out there, yo."
No, I mean, I think people, they're going to be curious if they want to be anyway.
Mhm.
But when you give them confirmation, you know, you value your friends, you value their opinions.
Mm-hmm.
So when they say something's good, you believe it, and because you know how they are.
No doubt.
So, but if someone's already curious, that's all that's going to do is just add to the temptation.
Damn, it will add to the temptations. We don't need all that. You know, even the temptations broke up, man. Y'all gotta be on point right there. You definitely gotta be on point. He wasn't on point, B.
Oh man,
He wasn't. A little goofy. Yo, he looked real goofy. Looked like, you know, I can't talk about nobody teeth. Looked like he needed one of them Invisaligns or something. You know, my teeth they need help too. Word up.
these people out here, man.
This dude, oh man.
Something else.
He had this little '07 curl that, you know, like, man, I'm hating on anybody because I still want that curl right there. And he looking to the right like, got him.
Got it.
Got him. Have you been seeing some of them interviews of what's been going on with this one right here? Shout out to everybody on the checking on Facebook and on YouTube. Let me see that.
With the
Say
husband?
that. Yeah. No. As far as Pup, did you see when they've been interviewing the stripper, the Punisher,
Yeah.
on Cam and all that?
Mhm.
You been seeing that?
Now I heard Cam talking about it though.
Yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, he interviewing them. I said that is crazy.
And he was like, yo, Cam is getting to it. Cam is getting to the questions like, yo, did you bust on? Did you go raw? Was it good? Was it this? Was it that? Cam is getting real explicit because the people want to know.
Well, he's asking the question that people, other places, we should say, other venues can't say.
No doubt.
Because they have, autonomy. They can just say whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
They own it.
Yeah, they're sponsored by themselves.
Exactly.
Pretty sure they got some backers, but their sponsors like go for it. They don't have any corporate people that say can't say that. They're not censored at all.
Cam sponsors Horsepower. Pink Horse, whatever. His own joint. Yeah.
He got his own commercials and everything. So yeah, they're not censored at all.
Yo,
at all.
It is. It makes me think more and more about that husband, and I'm like, yo, you really stood for that. You really took that. Take that. Like you really. I don't know if I could take a ring.
I mean,
after that,
it just seemed like at the end, everybody's looking like they made choices.
Yo, man, for 30 mil, maybe.
Make it look like
maybe I'll forget.
Everybody's made choices. I think one person got out there and said she was raped, but then they asked her, well, why are you sending text messages that you love him? And she said, I was brainwashed.
Oh, she definitely wasn't raped.
She said, I was brainwashed.
She definitely wasn't raped. She definitely wasn't brainwashed. She definitely was in it to win it, and that's what she liked and loved. And she wanted to be famous. She wanted to live that lifestyle, and it comes with it. And they can't. Oh man, I didn't mean to have that pun with it, but yo, the way he got explicit, like yo, they wanted me to bust right there on it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm like, yo, to be in that environment, but you getting paid like 6 racks for it, for something that you would do with a girl that you love for free.
Right.
And what I found out, talking to one of my teammates from LIU, and his roommate wound up being a dancer, stripper.
Okay.
And he was friends with the Punisher. One of the girls from my school had him come through for another girl's 21st birthday.
Okay.
And when he came through, they did what they did, whatever. But this is a known guy since back then. And I'm like, all right, bet. When I'm listening, I'm like, yo, did you know about this and that, talking to my friend? But to hear like, yo, this is, because you think that it's fake even when you hear about a person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, these are real stories. So when I'm like, yo, this guy really was getting hired to do this to Cassie and by Puff. Same way when I'm talking about the barbers from out here.
Mm-hmm.
Carl, when he was cutting Cassie head. Yo, the world gets real small. One of the assistants for Puff from out here. And you like, man, well, I ain't got to say the name, but, you know, we know. And it's like, man, the world gets real small. And you're like, yo, it's people who really know and really keeping that mouth shut.
Yeah.
Really keeping that mouth shut.
Yeah.
But
people got a lot to lose.
A lot.
And you don't want to be on the wrong side either way.
Because you thought you had a lot to gain by dealing with this man.
Yeah.
Thought you had a lot to gain by dealing with him. And damn it, it ain't always the best. It ain't always the best.
A lot of people claiming they ain't know nothing about it.
Yeah, right.
A lot of them saying, shoot, I ain't never seen nothing.
Some people didn't.
That's the best way to go.
But shoot, if I heard about Will and Jada, you heard about Will and Jada. Y'all heard about Will and Jada. Now y'all next to Will and Jada, and y'all ain't hear about Will and Jada?
Right.
Word. Yeah, we believe you. But one thing that we shouldn't always believe is what's a bad job to have, career to have. And we spoke about this before, but some people's like, yo, why you ain't get back to talking about them careers? You said a career that's a massive turnoff for a serious relationship, B.
Yeah.
There's a few that's out there. Look, man.
Well, definitely, the obvious one would be exotic dancer or something like that. A lot of guys wouldn't be able to deal with that.
So we got a list of them right here.
Mm-hmm. Masseuse, yeah.
B, so I'm like, let's start with that masseuse right there, B.
Mm-hmm.
It's women who say, I need a massage. Now, B, that was, I think, for every guy, that was our go-to. I remember the first time getting a massage by a girl, I'm like, maybe 14. And she was like, let me give you a massage. Like, this reverse role. Like, right. She said, let me give you a massage. And damn, it felt good.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's what they do with their hands? Oh. But now, I like giving the massages now.
Right. The gateway.
The gateway.
Mm-hmm.
But B, now they going somewhere else. Now they going to the spa.
Yeah.
Now they going to the massage parlor. Mm-hmm. And you got somebody's hands on your woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Do we trust that, B?
I think most people, depends on where you go.
Okay.
There's some places, you know what kind of place you're going to. You have the professional one that's strictly by the book. Mm-hmm. And then you have the ones that's a little risque, for a little, they got some off the menu. They got some off the menu services.
Peace to brother Mizzle on the check-in. He said, yo, so Sinead said, masseuse for sure. We don't trust the masseuse, B.
They don't trust the personal trainer neither.
Damn, we don't trust the B, they burning calories. This is what they doing. Yo, Syfe man, Mizzle. The personal trainer is there to burn the calories. Let's go.
Yeah.
One more, yes. One more rep. All right, you got it. That's what they're doing. They're motivating, B.
Yeah.
That we don't trust him. Why do we don't trust him? He's like, one more rep. Oh, you got it. No, why not, B?
No, I mean, I'm not saying all this. Sometimes it's not the trainer. It's a lot of times. Sometimes the person that's being trained, they get a bond with the person.
A bond.
Yeah, they start. Somebody's supporting them, showing them support.
Whoa.
And the person might be attractive on top of it.
Damn.
That's a combination for somebody to start liking you.
Bon voyage.
Motivation mixed with attraction. Yeah, that might be a recipe for. Starting to like each other.
Mizzle, that's how they take you on. Because, she done went to the trainer. Mm-hmm. She said, yo, I'm training right now.
Mm-hmm. You didn't want to help her.
You ain't want, what?
You ain't want to help her.
You ain't want to help her. Now this is what happens. Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Right. Nah. Yeah. Damn.
Now she got to quit her trainer because you having a problem.
Because you insecure.
Yeah, because she losing weight.
And now you like,
Yeah. Being a trainer ain't easy.
It ain't easy. It ain't easy, or it could be pleasurable. It could be fun for some dirty dogs out there. Maybe. I don't know. Now,
black cop.
Yo, black cop. Tag, black cop. This is one of the things they said. Yo, our cops are here to protect and serve. This is why they are here, B. Protect and serve. And now they gonna talk about they can't trust the black cop. Why they can't trust black cops, B?
I think a lot of women think the black cops have a reputation of being flirtatious.
Flirtatious? No, they just want to make sure you feeling good. Or do you feel safe and secure? Because our women,
cops know everybody, and that's one thing. A lot of people don't like somebody that knows everybody. Everybody is trying to be nice to you.
Ooh.
On top of it, even if they don't like you, they're gonna be nice to you in your presence.
He got a gun.
Shoot, he might could help me out sometime.
He might could. I got a ticket. I got a warrant.
Yeah,
My son got locked up.
Something. You never know.
Damn.
Not a bad person to have.
Nah. Good person to have on your side. That black cop. He gave me a gold card. Mm-hmm. I'm part of his family and friends discount at Foot Locker. One of them. Mm-hmm. They look.
Yeah. So it depends.
It depends. What else they got up in here? They got.
Is that a nurse?
They got no, not the nurse.
If that's what that is?
That's a nurse up there,
Dressed
B.
like that?
Yeah, B. I mean, usually we catch them in scrubs. Piece of Darwin on the check-in, man.
I know a lot of people like them scrubs.
They like them scrubs. It's usually a fatty behind them scrubs. Same girls I see.
Scrubs ain't baggy no more.
Nah, they not baggy no more.
They used to be.
Piece of all the nurses, all the ones, the RNs and nurse to school. Like a lot of fly women that are nurses. My sister's in nursing school right now.
So what's the other one? She's the bikini. She's a model, I imagine.
The bikini. Which one was that? It's a shame because that one that might have been. I think when I put that poll out,
a dancer,
strippers might have been up there twice, or it could have been model. Because IG model, this fits for that. I see
the
IG.
bartender, but what's the one in the red skirt? What is she doing?
The red skirt is up. Thank you, and this can't be because I got family members that fit this, and my cousin Candy is a flight attendant, and flight attendants are not. She is a happily married woman. Even though I see you guys looking at my cousin, she is happily married. Out there,
flight attendants, they're never home.
They are never home. Yeah. And Mizzle said, something about them scrubs, and I'm like, Mizzle, you know,
yeah,
you like that, they got their Crocs and they scrubs. You like, whoa, damn, the scrubs is scrubbing tight. Ooh, wait, and it'd be the same one who was at Sue's Rendezvous, the same one who was at Jersey Girls. He's like, you changed your life. That's what you doing now. Why? All right, the bartender though, B.
Yeah, a lot of people in her face all day long. A lot of drunk people.
The bigger the tip, ooh.
But you get a lot of attention, bartenders.
They get a lot of attention. Mm-hmm. I've dated my share. And I remember being there and looking back at the me that was there. Oh man, sucker time. Sucker time. like, yo, I was better off not being there and being the person that was there when she got off.
Okay, I got you.
Instead of just being in a mix, because I'm like, now I'm competing my money.
Yeah.
Yo, I was better off buying her breakfast in the morning instead of being one of the characters that's in the play. That everyone is, this one throwing money. Let me show you.
It's no different if you're dating somebody that dance and then they invite you to see them. You see them,
So I got Coach Dudley. She says not being home all the time is not always a bad thing.
No, it's not.
It's not.
But a lot of people can't handle it.
A lot of people can't. Coach Dudley is one of the dopest coaches. She's always on the road. And I mean, she's that coach.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
why a lot of, like you said, like a lot of coaches, especially when they have to travel, some of them have a tough time staying in their marriages because you can't stay home. Like a lot of businessmen have to travel, businesswomen have to travel, and if you want them to do their career, you're gonna have to let them go sometimes.
You got to.
But a lot of people can't handle that. Some people like you to go to work in the morning, and they know you're gonna be home that night. Some people can't handle. I'll see you next week.
Yo.
Or I see you. It's Monday. I'll see you Friday. Some people can't do it.
Some people can't. Some people can't. I know who can.
But they want the lifestyle.
One of the people that I know who can is the wife of one of the dopest DJs on the planet and owner of this station. we got the general on the check-in. DJ Sandy B, my husband, he's an entertainer, he's a businessman, he has to do what he has to do, and they got a beautiful union. But General, you're one of the exceptions. And I didn't say this, but when I put the poll up, this is what some of the people say. They said a career that's a massive turnoff for a serious relationship, let's bring it back one more time. They said
The DJ.
the DJ, not the DJ, B.
DJ.
Man, that's the backbone of the soul, the party.
I know some DJs.
The DJ.
I've heard some things from my DJ friends. Yes, it's not easy for them either.
Nah,
It's not easy.
damn, the DJ.
Yeah, the DJ saved her life. Yeah. DJ, a lot of people, people like to hover around the DJ booth, play this song, and request this song. Then they really like you. They'll start following you. And I don't mean following you like literally walking behind you.
You talk about it.
You have a party, they'll see your name, I'm going. Next thing you know, you got a little fan club going.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
You do, and it happens. But every DJ is not like that. Like I said, the general is not. And some of my favorite DJs are not, like DJ Punchy, DJ KT. Like man, you can trust them. DJ Q, you can trust these people. Let's not go there. But now they got people. What else they got up in here? They got the nurse.
They got the nurse.
Why they getting on the nurse though?
I don't know. I think that's always been a stereotype that nurses are, people flirt with the nurses at the hospitals.
They catch you at your most vulnerable time. I ain't going front.
They take care of you. They can say vulnerable ain't the word. They see everything.
They see you
like a baby again. Yeah, you ever been sick or ever been helpless in the hospital? You like a little baby now.
And they be with them scrubs and
you might have to get washed up and all that.
It's like, so I saw something and I saw this right here, B. So boom, bring like a baby again. Mm-hmm. And it says, the only woman who deserves you is the woman who knew you when you had nothing in your pocket and still stayed by your side. Now,
is that the only one that deserves you?
The only one. The only one is her right there who stayed by your side when you had nothing in your pocket. Now, at the same time, all right, that's finances. Mm-hmm. But health is wealth, though. Health is wealth. So at the same time, it's like, all right, you might have $1 million trillion, but you don't have a kidney. Yeah. You don't have a left toe. And know who has to nurse you back? The nurse.
Yeah.
You might be at rehab, and this person is getting you back together every single day. They're trying to get you right. Mm-hmm. And say if they're attractive.
You ever seen that movie? You saw that movie with Queen Latifah and Common?
Who?
When she nursed him back to health and he started to fall for her because she was genuinely just trying to help him. He was used to people trying to use him.
That was the basketball one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
It definitely happens. It happens in all the time. So it's like, damn, so we can't trust the nurses either? Damn, y'all just being innocent, doing what y'all do. I don't know.
How about the mailman?
The mailman?
Or is it Uber? I mean, is it Amazon man now?
Is it Amazon or Uber? I didn't get those. That didn't come to me yet. Well, through it, no one said the Amazon man, because I don't know why. No one said the mailman. Maybe because the mailman brings bills. Maybe that's why they don't trust him.
No, mailman show up at your door though.
Damn sure it does.
Every day.
Damn sure it does.
Same route every day.
Uber guy, maybe because you don't know who's going to catch it. Mm-hmm. But if you do get a driver, sometimes they build a relationship with them.
Yeah, but Uber driver is another person that meets a lot of people. Like a taxi car, like a taxi driver.
Like a taxi
but
driver.
Uber is more private, and it could be a longer trips. Your Uber driver might take you on a couple of hour drive.
Another one I heard was teacher. How dared they? How dared they get at the teachers, B?
I don't know about that. That's kind of.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
And if I did, I'm not gonna snitch on no teachers. Let me say that. Now I see things like this, B. Because we talking about, them jobs and all that, but you got a job. And now you got a relationship. And everything is good at what you have.
That closure should have been done before you even started a new relationship.
I'm sorry, Coach Dudley said rule. So look, they said, yo, so B, you want to read this one right here?
Said, my fiance told me she needs to meet her ex for closure 2 days before our wedding.
Oh, shout out to Miss Bowers on the check-in.
For closure.
For closure. Because, yo, B, they said my fiance.
You doomed.
Told me.
She basically trying to make sure she don't want like her ex still.
Damn.
That's what that means. I don't want to marry you yet because I don't know if I'm over this person.
Closure?
That's what closure means. I'm not sure if I'm over. I got to see if I'm over this person.
They can't be what it means. Closure has to mean something else. It has to mean I just want to tell them. Maybe it means I want to rub it in their face. I'm getting married.
Nope.
My life is better than what it was with you. I just want you to know that. That's not closure?
Nope.
Damn.
Closure, nah. Closure, man. This is what it says. Close the door. Closure.
Close the door. Let's get it in one more time.
Then it probably ain't closure. That ain't closure. That's just when you do that, that's not how you close the door.
Mike Larry Bluto on a check-in. yo, I'm trying to understand what it means when it says I want closure. Because Mike.
Closure, you want the person. You want to make sure.
Excited to talk some things.
You want to make sure the person. Make sure y'all done.
Make sure we done.
So, like you said, maybe have sex again. And if nothing's there, then you say, "All right, I guess." But then that's still sad.
I've had an ex who she got married and married for some years, and eventually me and her we didn't have to. We started having conversations and cool conversations. She got to it because she felt like she couldn't get off what she wanted to get off on her chest. And I'm not looking at it like it's closure because I'm thinking like, why are we having conversations right now when I know you're married?
Right.
And then late night. There's times when I'm up late night and she's up late night working and she and I are conversing. I get a point for conversing because I like saying conversating. We having these conversations, and she then gets to us, and our relationship might have been like 15 years, 16 years prior, like a long time ago. But women don't forget nothing. Like, so now we having these conversations. I'm like, she's like, I need to understand that. I needed that. I needed this. I needed that. More of an understanding. So they said more of an understanding conversation. Yeah, that's what the girl said to me. She needed to have this conversation. And thank you for that there.
You want to understand why it didn't work?
I'm trying to understand that too, B. So
I would guess that's the conversation you would be having, that the person want to know why it didn't work.
Yo, it just ain't work. And whatever I was on, that type of time, whatever. This is my thing. She already got married at this point.
Yeah.
So she's already married. But I found out, because it was years where we didn't talk. No, we wasn't beefing. We just wasn't talking. Because, look, you moved on in life. I moved on in life. And to come to find out, everything in her marriage wasn't what the people thought. What I knew. And I didn't need to know. I'm not married to her.
To me, I think if you happy in your relationship, you wouldn't need closure.
You don't.
from your past relationship.
You don't.
Yeah, you might have some questions if it ended abruptly. Say the person ghosted you, or y'all was in love, you thought, and then it ended, all of a sudden. I guess that would make a person always question, like, what the hell happened? But if you found somebody new and you moved on and you're actually really happy, I don't think you'll dwell on the past.
No doubt.
I don't think you would.
And it's funny, be on top of that, when you say that, I'll be asking for topics, and people, they shoot me what they shoot me, and then they like, yo, the topic of being ghosted.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah, I could imagine that being tough.
It's tough. I don't have an answer. Maybe the guru, Soul Survivor Barry might have an answer. But it happens. I have been ghosted before.
That's because people. That's when people don't want to close it. They don't want to. They don't really want to close it, so they just let it fade.
No doubt.
Or they just disappear all at once because they just don't want to. Some people can't stomach up to reject someone. Some people can't stomach the actual rejection.
I've been like
someone.
that. I've been like that with people who I care about. Not even in a relationship as far as male female. I had a guy. I was like, yo, he wanted me to do a job for him. Wanted me to coach with him, and my mental wasn't in the right place.
Right.
But I got so much love for the person where I'm like,
you didn't want to say no.
I didn't want to say no. And I ghosted him, which was whack. It wasn't a manly thing to do. It wasn't an honorable thing to do.
Nope.
And I had to see him face to face and apologize to him. I'd say, I am sorry, but I did not want to say no to you because it was an honor for you saying to me.
Right.
And it's the reason why I said no, because they did nothing wrong. I just knew I wasn't in the right frame of mind to be me for them.
I don't think it can't be a good. I mean, you got to be a kind of a mean person to go somebody without feeling a little guilty. About it.
No doubt.
Especially if you think you're going to see this person again.
And I knew I was going to see
them. If you're going to see this person again.
I knew I was going to see them again.
You're going to have to reconcile.
And I had to speak to them face to face like, yo, it wasn't that.
And it's better for you to get that off your chest.
Because it weighs on you.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that got any type of feelings, it's going to be like, damn.
It weighs on you.
I didn't have the heart to tell him or tell her.
And now now you feel like a punk.
Yeah, because it was a punk move. It's a punk move. Because sometimes the fair thing to do is to give a person an honest answer.
No doubt.
And if you don't like a person anymore, if it's a female, whatever relationship, and you know you're done with it, to just change your number and disappear is kind of dirty. Because that's karma to me. I believe in karma a little bit.
No doubt.
And I believe you'll get it back. As soon as you fall in love with somebody, they gonna ghost your ass.
It was wild out here, y'all. It's wild out here.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you said, it happened. It's happened to a lot of people, and a lot of people have done it.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reasons, they can't face hurt someone's feelings, or they just don't have the courage to say, I'm sorry, I can't do this no more.
Did Cassie ever say I'm sorry to Ryan Leslie? Did she ever do that? Did she split any of the millions? Because if it wasn't for Ryan Leslie, she would have never had none of that.
I'm sure he got something out of it.
Hope he still owned the publishing to me and you. I wonder if that's even getting played more now. I don't know.
I think some of her streams probably went up.
Maybe.
Just for people people who didn't even know who she was. She's trying to figure out who she is now. Believe it or not, everybody didn't know her.
Yo, that's real.
Newsflash.
Yo, she wasn't popular.
Newsflash.
She was not popular.
Of people don't know who she was.
A lot of people did not.
Yeah, especially this new generation. They did not know who she was. You might have heard the song before at the party, at the cookout. They didn't know. They might was checking for her. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's real. That's real. Oh, man. Yo, I need y'all to be nice to all the masseuses, the DJs, the cops, the nurses, the bartenders.
The strippers.
The strippers, the flight attendants.
Personal trainers.
The personal trainers. Oh, man, I done got nerves pinched tonight, B. Thinking about, Mizzle said, I can't name another song that she did. Exactly. I can't either.
You see what I mean?
They ain't never come out.
That's my point right there.
Puff was dangling that thing. Oh, I can't. Little phrases, metaphors we use. I was going to say dangling that carrot in front of her. It sounds so much worse now.
I do believe without Puff, we don't hear about it ever.
Oh.
I mean, people could say, "Oh, Puffy kept her career down." Did he really?
It's other people. Was it Sherry? Was it Sherry? Denise Sherry? Sherry something. Puff had other artists that didn't blow.
A lot
of them. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just ain't that dope. It happened.
Like you said, it's like I said, she had that hit. She had that
one
hit.
Mm-hmm. At least you got a hit.
Yeah, you definitely got a hit. And I'm pretty sure it was, opened up some doors for her. But overall, nobody was really checking for an album. I think she had a couple albums, right?
I think she's had a couple songs.
That's it, songs. See, like you said, I could name "Make That Move." Ain't that what it's called? Gotta make that move
No,
now.
I've been waiting.
Is that how?
The same song.
That's what it is.
Same song.
I don't know the name of it. I don't know the official name of the song. But.
$5 to anybody who could name that song that she had. I ain't saying I got it, but my brother Syfe Man said he gonna pay y'all $5 to anybody who could name that song that Cassie had, because nobody really knows. But we all in the
I
business.
thought it was like move now, but that's all I.
Yeah, we all excited about what she did and what she does and why. And Puff to be all that stuff, man.
Yeah,
man.
She ain't no A. Marie.
She ain't no Amber. Me and you. Oh man, Mizzle, you owe Shania
Okay.
$5. Mizzle, I got you. I'll cash app you, baby. We good. We good. Yo, man, we about to close it out though, B.
Yeah.
Anything else been going on in these internet streets?
Nah, just election day tomorrow.
It is.
Get out, vote.
Mm-hmm.
You know, doesn't take that long.
It don't.
If you don't know who you voting for, then you know what, I would advise you just don't go in there. But yeah, go in there, exercise your right.
Exercise your right.
Kids out of school too. That's crazy. We never got out of school for election. All they did was section off part of the gym. Our asses was in school.
Oh, the multi-purpose room.
Yeah.
For those who had the small
Oh no, they take them to the auditorium.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Yo, see, we went to Cedarbrook too. I had Cedarbrook for like half a year.
Mm-hmm.
And yo, peace to G on the check-in. So remember when they had like Cook School, Cedarbrook School. We talk everybody. We got people from all over America that's on the check-in right now. Our schools, I don't know how y'all schools was set up, but we had schools. It was the gym, the cafeteria, and the auditorium all in the same spot. So
sure did.
So it's like, look, man, it would be a part where they would shut off half.
They would shut off half, and then they would have lections on the other side. We was in school.
Election on the
We didn't
other
get the
side.
whole day
Y'all
off.
got days off, and it
Whole
means it's
day.
important. Jersey, go out there and vote for the person that you feel that is the best. We know who we want. Shout out to my barbers and shout out to all my stylists. Thank you everybody on the check-in tonight. Please like, share, subscribe to BKS1 Radio TV. Y'all see it right here. If y'all want to cash app us, if y'all want to support the show, look, we do it off the muscle. We do it off the strength, man. We are Beards and Baldheads. We will see y'all next week. Thank you for the love.